Hello everyone! I want to tell you about the series Special Forces Lioness. I watched it and I really liked it. So I'm doing you a retelling of the first 2 episodes, after which I'm sure you'll start watching it. Jo is an experienced CIA operative trying to achieve a balance between her professional life and her personal life. One day she gets a job as the head of a special women's unit, Lioness, the members of which will operate undercover to fight terrorist groups, while Jo will have to do administrative work, to pass on experience, develop skills of subordinates, and manage complex operations. One of the members of the Lioness unit is the rough and brash Cruz, and she is immediately assigned a difficult mission: to befriend the daughter of a terrorist suspect. Let's go back a bit. Cruz was a dancer, but after being treated badly at a club, she went to work at a burger joint where she cooked burgers for $7 an hour. She had a boyfriend and he was really bad. He beat her, humiliated and insulted her. And when she wanted to get back at him, she took a frying pan and hit him. We see the guy start to chase her down to beat her up, but she ends up in the SEAL's office, where a man in uniform stands up for her. The next day, we see her boyfriend waiting outside a burger joint for revenge. She waits until the end of her shift, and then the burger shop owner calls the police to make sure the girl is okay. At that moment, she made a clear decision to go to work for the CIA. She starts training, where she becomes the best in the course, as well as takes norms better than men. The folder with her cases is transferred to the Lioness Squad, where she is selected for a special dangerous assignment. The Lioness Squad fights terrorism. She is immediately assigned a difficult mission: to befriend the daughter of a terrorist suspect. Dressed as a rich girl, she is taken to a place where she meets her target. They have a nice conversation and exchange phone numbers. But the Lioness Squad has lost their previous agent, and now they are more careful about training their fighters. Late at night, when Cruz went out for a run, she was spied on and put into a car where she was subjected to an elaborate test. The main purpose of this was to see how tough and strong she was. It was very hard for her because she was bullied, beaten, and almost killed. But she survived. After that, she was approved to be a member of the CIA. We see what difficulties the main character overcomes, and how with each episode she becomes stronger. We also see the line of another main character, played by Saldana. We are shown her family, her husband Harurg, and 2 wonderful daughters. They see their mom rarely, because she is on assignments and business trips. There are obvious problems in the family due to the lack of a mom, although we are shown the husband as a positive hero, who wants to be compassionate. The series is about a spy who fearlessly goes to risks and is ready to say goodbye to life. Back to the storyline. Cruz goes to a military town where all the spies and CIA agents and her team she met 2 weeks ago live. They see her get beaten up at the trials and go to a nearby bar where all the offenders are sitting to avenge her. The girl pounces on the one who bullied her and almost kills her, but they stop her. The series is interesting and keeps in excited. I recommend everyone to watch it. Subscribe to the channel to watch new retellings of cool movies and series. The Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, is a government agency within the United States specializing in the collection and analysis of intelligence to ensure national security. The CIA plays a crucial role in the fight against terrorism and other threats. In its fight against terrorism, the CIA employs various methods, including gathering information from different sources, cryptographic analysis, technical surveillance, operational activities, and collaboration with other intelligence agencies worldwide. The agency operates at various levels, from preventing planned terrorist acts to identifying and neutralizing existing groups and individual participants. The CIA closely collaborates with other law enforcement agencies both within the US and internationally to coordinate efforts in countering terrorist threats. The effective work of the CIA in the fight against terrorism plays a significant role in ensuring both national and global security. Also, the series reveals the line of the husband of the main character, that he is worried because he often sees the death of people at work. It is hard for him to admit to the parents of his little 5-year-old patient that she has less than 2 months to live. He gathers his courage and goes to the parents. The girl's father lashes out at the doctor. He returns home where his wife and daughter, who has been suspended from school, are waiting for him. The daughter was suspended from school because of a fight that happened on the soccer field. The girl was angry at her parents and did not want to realize that they had problems more serious than a school fight. In the evening, the husband and wife make love and go to work at night. There is an emergency operation and she has a new secret assignment: This storyline gives us the opportunity to realize that the heroes also have their own emotions and experiences, despite the fact that they often see people die.
I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive in this.
Cruz starts socializing with the girl and earns her trust. Cruz goes to a luxurious house at her new friend's house, where she gets to know the other girls. They do not like new friends, so they treat her disrespectfully. In the house, Cruz begins to pester a guy, but she gives him a rebuff. The girls are by the pool and having fun, but Cruz does not believe that she has been in an accident and a doctor is called in. The undercover operation may be exposed, but Cruz makes an agreement with the doctor not to say anything. There is a lot of security at the house and the girls are constantly under video surveillance. Joe returns home, where he catches his daughter with a guy they make love. Mom is very angry and wants to punish the girl. Joe also gets a call from an old acquaintance who asks her to give her team a mission. But the assignment turns out to be untrue, and the guys from Lioness's team get caught by the CCTV cameras at the border. Joe realizes that this is a very bad thing. After all, the people at the top have already called her. Next, we see Joe's daughter get into an accident and 2 girls from their car crash to their deaths. The girls are brought to the hospital where her father works, and then the father is informed that the daughter is pregnant. The father is very upset. He was unprepared for his daughter getting pregnant at the age of 14. He tells her that he loves her and is sorry for the mistakes she has made. Meanwhile, Joe is far away from them, but promises to come. Joe leads with Cruz's group. The girls fly off on a private jet to a private beach to have fun, but a guy comes up to Cruz and tries to meet her. He gives Cruz a cocktail with drugs in it, and she falls asleep. The guy takes Cruz in his arms and takes her into the woods to do his evil deed. The Lioness squad leads the guy, and they manage to save her before the guy abuses her. Cruz is brought to a hotel where they inject her with a special substance that helps her sober up, and she asks not to be taken off the mission. That's the end of the series. We are waiting for the continuation, friends. The series is interesting. Hi everyone, finally we have reached the 5th episode of the series. I'm really liking the plot. So a short retelling awaits you. Cruz wakes up in a hotel with her teammate. She doesn't remember anything and also has a headache. She doesn't understand why she feels so bad, and her team tells her that she was drugged yesterday. They inject her with some kind of shot that helps her to regain consciousness. The team leaves for the military town. Joe goes to the hospital to see his daughter, where he learns from the doctor that recovery will be long. Also, when Joe goes to her daughter's room, she tells her to take her time growing up. She tells her that she loves her very much, and she misses her a lot too. Joe hugs her husband because he's so caring. Then Joe is taken to a robot, where she is scolded for giving her command to her friend, who killed many people at the border, and they were recorded on cameras. It is explained to her that she should not make such decisions on her own. After all, it is the management's money, not hers. After talking to her superiors, she and her team have a new goal: to clean up the terrorists who have prepared the bomb. But the main condition for the cleanup was that no one could be killed. The team is perplexed because this is the way to the death of the whole team. After 10 minutes on the cameras in the house where the terrorists live, they see them preparing a bomb for use. And then they're given a sweep team with casualties. The Lioness squad goes on a sweep where all the terrorists are killed in the night. But a man manages to activate the bomb. The bomb squad arrives, but they fail to clear the house and it is blown up. Mission accomplished, the government is satisfied. But when Jodo arrives from the mission, her husband says he didn't marry a hitman. Then Cruz gets a call from her friend she's leading and apologizes for not being able to pick her up then from the party. They have a long chat and want to connect. The girl invites Cruz to her place, but she refuses because she doesn't like her friends. No wonder, because last time she was raped. But the girl replies that she is alone and there is no one near her. Cruz calls Joe because it's the perfect moment to get closer to the target. And that's the end of the episode. Do you think she's ready to betray her friend? Will she go through with it? After all, their goal is to kill the girl. Soon I will make for you the next series. And in the meantime, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and put a like.
Something made me doubt whether Cruz would be able to make it to the end.
I think that Cruz has become very attached to her girlfriend and she will not want to set her up. She would probably warn her of the danger and run away with her. But if you look from the point of view of the script, then she can bring the matter to an end. But there is still a traitor. It can't be too smooth. Joe saw in Cruz a girl with great fighting strength that could not be broken. After all, she is a real fighter. We see how she bravely carries out the tasks of her superiors. But there is always a downside. Each person has his own emotions that he lives, and that is why there is a possibility of betrayal on her part. This is an essential project for the government, because thanks to it, they will be able to neutralize the terrorist. Now the question is about Joe, whether she will continue to serve or return to the family nest, where she will look after the children and the house. After all, there are a lot of problems. Perhaps she wants to improve her relations with her husband. What the series writers have prepared for us is anyone's guess. We have assumptions and conjectures, but here's how everything will be in reality. We have reached the 6th episode of the series Special Forces Lioness. At the beginning of the series, we see Cruz goes to his girlfriend's home. She arranges a real spa at home. Masseurs and a lot of staff have arrived. They do various masks and body wraps. They have the coolest masseuses coming over. They are relaxing, but Cruz is not used to that. It's hard for her to relax because she's on a mission. Her friend starts talking about guys and love because Cruz is a friend she can trust. They have a day of relaxation where they share a lot of personal secrets. After all, they are best friends. Then we are moved to the White House, where Joe's superiors and Joe herself get a serious reprimand because they made a lot of noise on the border and someone should be responsible for it. The government doesn't care that they have saved a lot of people because they have made a lot of noise, and that's not their job. They have specific tasks of their own. Then we see Kathleen talking to her husband about the 80 million coming back from the black market soon, to which Kathleen's husband says it's not to everyone's advantage. And her husband tells her some secret information that helps her too. Then we are shown the girls going to a hammam where they have a heart-to-heart talk. They promise each other to be best friends and never lie. The girlfriends exchange vows and realize that they are two soulmates who are so good together. After Cruz's friend leaves and Cruz starts to cry because she feels like a bad person, the girls move into the bedroom where they have themselves a girls' night out. They eat popcorn, watch horror movies. Cruz is surprisingly very emotional. She doesn't like horror movies. Then the girls turn on the movie Diary of a Memory, and Cruz starts crying, and her friend says that in the movie they learn true love. After that, they again exchange good words and fall asleep. In the morning, Cruz wakes up to someone shouting joyfully. This is her friend, because she found out that her wedding will be in Mallorca, and this is a very beautiful place where everything will be chic, expensive, and luxurious. Cruz already knows where her friend's wedding is, which gets her closer to her goal, so she can get to her father to kill him. After all, her father sponsors all the terrorists. Cruz comes up to the girl and she's excited and she starts coming on to her and they kiss. Wow, kissing, that's an interesting twist. Did you expect that to happen? I mean, if Cruz falls in love with her, can she betray her? Joe returns home where his loving husband is waiting. He makes a bed for the wheelchair so his daughter can easily climb over. He also tells her that his daughter has had a rough day because he has lowered her morphine levels, which means she feels the pain more now. The couple hugs and kisses and drinks by the pool. Their cuddling seamlessly transitions into lovemaking. They support each other. Also in the announcement of episode 7, we are shown Cruz flying on an airplane with Joe. They discuss a person's values. Cruz has a hard time accepting that she will betray her friend right on her wedding day. What's in store for us in episode 7 is anyone's guess. My opinion is that she'll fail the mission and won't be able to follow through. Although maybe everything will be different. Waiting for the next episode to check my guesses. The most interesting moment in this series, so don't miss it. Cruz and her friend go to expensive stores for shopping. There they start wearing beautiful dresses, changing different outfits and drinking champagne, dancing and kissing. But then a consultant enters the fitting room and brings dresses and apply them admiring each other. The girls decide to leave the store, that they want to be alone in the hotel room. They want to be alone now. They start kissing and we are shown a bed scene, where they admire each other. The best part is that everything they do is being listened to by the Lioness team. A special man calls Joe and tells him that the girls are having a lovemaking session. Joe goes to their hotel, and after a stormy night, Cruz goes up one floor above where she cries and tells Joe that she can't get over her emotions and can't betray her friend. She cries and Joe watches her and tells her it's her job, that she needs to calm down. Then Cruz goes back to the girls' room and they hug. Cruz tells the girl not to get married and turns off the special wire in her purse. Joe is angry and thinks Cruz is about to declassify himself. But after 5 minutes, Cruz turns on the microphone. Joe hears what's going on again. Then Cruz goes to the military base where Kathleen and Joe are talking to her. They are very angry with her that she almost blew it. She is crying and very emotional. Cruz decides on a case and says he will fly her on a private jet to Mallorca. Joe returns home where she meets her daughter from the hospital. She rides in a wheelchair. Then Joe and his daughter have a conversation where they have a private conversation, after which Joe starts to cry. Joe's husband calms her down and they kiss. Joe then goes to military headquarters where the rest of the team is waiting for her. They go to Mallorca, where Cruz turns on the computer to all the terrorist attacks sponsored by her friend's father. Cruz is determined. This is the end of the episode. Don't forget to subscribe. The latest episodes are always with us.